Well, we won't be seeing anything.
Hey!
Hey!
Sorry about that. We have, well, sorry, not sorry. We have an escape room going right now, so I had to do that. They decided to come in at 7 o'clock. They can't see you.
Oh, okay.
They can hear you, though.
Do you have everything else now?
So, yeah, I might be periodically, like, running back there, giving them hints. So, bear with us tonight. It's hopefully only
It'll be
tonight.
a little bit different tonight.
It's a little bit different tonight. But with the game, in terms of the game, tonight should be very exciting because we have everybody with us tonight. Hello.
Full party.
And also, before we get started, Grant, did you want to say a little something?
Yes, if you allow me. I'm during my day job, I'm part of a company called Victory Point Games. We're a small indie company based in Southern California, specifically Costa Mesa. And we've done about 8 years of producing board games. And recently we've taken to Kickstarter to start helping gather interest in some funds for it. Our latest campaign going on right now, we're about 9 days left, is Chariots of Rome. It's a board game racing game. I know a lot of people probably don't know or are even aware that board games can be racing games, but yes, they can, in fact. There are many others out there, ranging from the Indie Daytona to other chariot racing games. But the premise of our game is that it's a 2 to 8 player game, where each of you is a charioteer from ancient Rome. These guys are actually based in real history. These are remains that were taken from some of the stones that they had in the Colosseum over the Circus Maximus, and we've now included them as charioteers that you can be in the game. It ranges from 1 to 3 laps. There's a fight to the finish. First one to complete all their laps, or just does not die, wins. And the reason I say, does not die is that there's actually combat involved in this. A lot of times, like with the original chariot racing in ancient Rome, the charioteers would whip, ram, and essentially do any kind of tactic to make sure they won, because there was a lot of glory involved with being the champion. So as players, you can use different skills to attack your opponents, either by whipping them for a lot of damage, or even ramming them and causing them to go to swerve around the track and into a wall. It gets really crazy when you have up to 8 players, and somebody happens to collide with another person, and then ping pong into the other person, and then go into that person, and it gets crazy. Poor horses. No, right? Well, these guys are barely holding on. They're essentially being dragged by horses in a homemade wicker basket on these wooden wheels. And as they're making laps back in ancient Rome, the water boys, the literal water boys, would be throwing buckets of water on the wheels to make sure they didn't ignite. So this is the kind of risk that you had to take when you were chariot racing back in the day. Fortunately, you don't have to as well. It's just pieces on the board, so don't worry about that. There are other different mechanics that help keep it more interesting than a simple roll to move. What you have is certain base speeds that you can set at. You can go at a slow speed, a medium speed, and a fast speed. Fast speed you want to go for on the straightaways, but you want to slow down on the curves. Each speed has various bonuses or negative effects depending on where you are. If you're going really fast into a corner, you're going to start drawing some damage-dealing cards that could end up throwing you out of your chariot and out of the race. And on top of that, you also have to watch out for the gods, because the Roman gods were also very participatory in the races. Usually what you have to do is, if you roll a die at the beginning of your turn and it comes up with a symbol, you draw a card that represents something that happens to the gods. Either everybody will get a bonus effect, or some negative effect will happen, or people won't be able to attack during that turn. It usually ranges a little bit, but it helps give you more flavor between each race, so each race is always different. It's going for $39 on Kickstarter, plus shipping, and is set to... Shoot, I should know this. It's supposed to be released February 2018, I think. But you can't go to the Kickstarter and double check me on that.
And what's the name of it again?
Chariots of Rome.
Chariots of Rome.
Yes.
Go search
Oh,
it.
and also, there's a... Oh, thank you, Ashley. We have a live demo online on tabletopia.com that you can play. Just go to tabletopia.com, type in Chariots of Rome, and you'll be able to play the game online with any of your friends. The account's free, you don't have to pay anything for it, and you can try the game before you even buy it.
Do you have any other games on Tabletopia from your company?
Oh yeah, we have a whole bunch of different
Just thought I'd
games. We also have a hospital simulator called Healthy Heart. We have a Napoleonic war game called 100 Days 20. That's where they have the Battle of Waterloo. And also coming soon is going to be another game called Renegade, which is another fun card-driven game. But we can go into that later when it launches.
That sounds like fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Go to
Some people play
Tabletopia
it.
and play it with your friends.
Ashley got to play it.
We have a
I had-
satisfied player right
Yeah,
now.
I had a lot of fun doing it. It took a second once you figured the rules, and then he explained it really well, and then it was easy to get, and you could do some strategy. I had fun hitting people.
Once after you do your first turn, you've got the game down. You can go game after game.
And you could do multiple people online, right?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, when you have someone from SoCal playing with you. So.
It's up to 4 people online, but the game can actually hold up to 8. So.
I wonder if that's like sort of a new trend now, if board games are implementing online play so people can play across the country. Because I mean, that's
It is.
sort of board games are really, really cool, but you can't always find someone to sit down and play with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that video games have a one-up on board games.
They
But
do. The board games are catching up
They are.
with Tabletopia.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you, Grant.
Thanks, man.
Go check it out.
Support small business. It's really fun to support small business.
So, where's my intro? Right. Okay. Anyway, welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons 5th Ed, where we put the role in Elder Scrolls.
Hey-o.
Trying to make that a thing.
Just do it enough. Do it enough.
What's that?
It'll become a thing.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Then we got to put it on T-shirts and bumper
Yeah.
stickers and dice. And, yeah. Last time we were in Gnisis and we were tying some things up. The 4 of you, so Kajir, Chichenix, Farrell, and Arathaloon, they went to investigate a strange Dunmer woman, Ashlander, that came into Gnisis and went into the Quama caves and sort of rustled up a bunch of Quama and made them all crazy. So they went in there, got her out. Yeah. And she had a strange vision or message to tell the people, and nobody could really understand her.
yeah.
So, the 4 of you were wrapping that up. Meanwhile, Zin and Gnisis went back and got some shut-eye. Because I know...
Need a lot of it at my age.
Well, actually, Zin was...
I was like, beating
you were unconscious.
I know.
God.
And Gnisis is just an old man.
You babysat me for.
Because old man.
I love that reasoning.
If old man equal max.
Jeopardy was on.
Well, I will.
So, we start off where we left off, which was in Gnisis.
Oh, right. We had left.
You were just
Well, out
leaving
of Fort, right?
Fort Darius.
Yeah.
Fort
All
Darius.
the massive flirting that was happening between Titanic and Darius.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Drinking and flirting to tennis.
Too old for you. I needed information.
But she's not too young for him.
As far as
And we are back in the city, or where are we?
Oh yeah, you never left the city. Fort Darius is just not even on the outskirts of Gnisis.
Okay.
It's sort of a gateway into Gnisis from the north and east.
So I guess we gotta go back to our rooms and hook up back up with our friend. Alright.
See if the old man is done with his nap.
Is he ever done?
No, not really.
So the 2 of you are now healed completely.
Feeling good.
back to a full 15 HP. And 16.
You have higher HP than I do.
Yeah, before the stream, I was joking that the demon cleric had more hit points than the really old wizard.
Oh.
Now it's the opposite. We also had a racial trait question for you because we weren't quite sure.
Okay.
For the high elf, you get the +1 to his magicka. Is that per level?
+1 magicka. I wonder if I changed it.
It probably didn't say either way. Probably just say +1 magicka.
Let me look it up real quick. So yeah, our races are custom. They're separate from original 5th Ed. They're homebrewed to be fit with the Elder Scrolls lore. You have an additional magic points equal to half your character level rounded down.
Oh.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's still just +1.
So +1 right now.
Right now,
Oh,
yes.
that's so nice.
When I reach
because later-
4.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I reach 4.
And you have a +1 to your spell save DC.
Okay, so I'd still be just 5.
Yeah.
Well, you'd be 7 still.
Oh, now?
Yeah,
So I
so
still
it's
get a +2.
6 normally for level 2, and then you're +1. You don't have to help us in combat.
You should have one
Gotta cast
more
something.
than Pharaoh.
Right.
So the 4 of you walk back to the inn where a passed out Gnisis and Zin are hanging out. Chichenix with a little spring in her step, probably.
In any of my other games, it would be a totally different context. Why it'd be
Oh, right.
yeah.
Okay, so we still don't know who actually owns the house.
And that's true. From what Chichenix said, we'd have to go to the local guardsman to figure that out.
Right. You should probably be there for that.
Yes, I'm thinking that would be very, pertinent to our situation.
What time is it right now? It's still kind of like daytime, or is it close enough tonight for sleeping?
It was morning when you guys were in the caves, and then you went over Fort Dare. It's sunsetting.
Okay. Well, I say we just sleep, because we're not right back on the property.
What's going on?
We'll figure this out in the morning.
Alright.
Sounds good.
We could all do with a nice night's rest after today's adventure.
Yes. So I go to the innkeeper. I'd like another room.
Well, you have the same room, so
Aw.
just use it. It's been dead around here anyway.
Awesome. You don't have any extra rooms?
Oh yeah, did you get any more rooms?
We didn't build any more rooms, no.
I believe, because so far there's only been 2 and we're sharing.
That's all I have, sorry.
I'd ask.
What? You don't like sharing with me?
It's to all reward.
I'm a wonderful, very respectful roommate.
You snore.
Chichenix and Kajira are sneaking upstairs with her.
Very much trying to sleep.
Oh, you want to roll? Great. Okay, good.
Well,
Zin with you guys. I
Zin and
can't deal with
Gnisis are already in a room, so you guys could choose whatever room you decide to go back to. You guys could have had it separate rooms.
Okay.
Because the 4 of them have been gone all day.
Oh, yeah. You could have planned the other room.
I was like in a coma, man. That's so good. I don't know, maybe I'm uncomfortable. Even if it's an old dirty man coming here or something.
Well, because I think
It doesn't matter.
she came back unconscious, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was healed to 1 but still unconscious.
Yeah. So you kind of dropped her off in any which room?
Old man makes sure she doesn't
still
die.
Same room?
Yeah, just make
Okay.
sure she didn't hemorrhage more or something.
Still breathing? Okay.
Yeah, all right,
It's
cool.
like sweet that you tried to like protect my identity more and all that. It's so sweet. Old man.
Yeah, sweet.
I kind of saddle up to Chichenix and I go,
Oh, we're not up there. We're not down there.
So I totally saw him.
They
trying
snuck
to
upstairs.
We went upstairs while you guys were
I
talking.
very gradually
Kajira did.
saddle up to their door
Okay.
and rap on it very lightly.
So you hear a little, like, not even a knock, just kind of like a.
Ignore it.
Ignore.
Probably room service.
And
I'm
then
gonna
I
sleep.
hit the lock and I walk in. It goes so.
Are you decent?
I know. The other room was getting a mite bit crowded. I was curious as if you had any extra room in your room.
No, we don't.
I see that there's a lot of breathing room in here. Very nice, very quiet, well-insulated walls, I'm thinking.
Well, actually, that's to our advantage. Kajir here doesn't sleep very well with strangers. That's why we've tried as much as possible to separate ourselves from the rest of the group. I really think it's best for everyone's safety if you continue to stay in the other room with the rest of the group.
Well, surely I'm not
Persuasion.
Go for it.
No! 10.
Oh, there's a chance.
Well, surely we're not strangers anymore. I mean, you've helped me out, I've helped you out. You know, we've done quite a bit of traveling together, and...
You haven't helped us yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
With Kajira
oh,
on
but
that
I
one.
did. Oh, but I did. I showed you where the Kamonatongar were, and they told you about that slavery plantation, and I've helped a lot.
No.
And so I'd love to sleep in the room with you.
Persuasion.
Persuasion 4.
And the passive aggressiveness between the two of you.
That's great.
I'd say you could cut it with a
14.
knife, but you don't know where it is.
I know, 14.
14.
What do I
What's your charisma total?
roll? 19.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Ah,
So,
I
how
still-
about it?
how about it? I'll take the floor even. I just cannot sleep in that room one more night.
Do you think you might be safe if Kajira has another one of his waking nightmares? He
I'll
gets
take the
those from
risk.
time to time, and he sleeps with his weapon.
Deception.
That I do.
Well, waking nightmares, though.
Yeah.
Deception? 16.
16.
I'm gonna roll for insight.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
that's
It's
13.
meter beat, right?
17.
You don't think that he has any waking nightmares.
Hey, funny, you've never mentioned that before. Again, I'll be taking the floor.
So at this point, neither of you are getting anywhere because you're both failing persuasion rolls.
Really bad.
We're so bad at persuading each other.
So I don't know at this point where it's going to go besides getting more awkward.
Fine. If you must stay here, then you will indeed get the floor. But I suggest you stay quiet starting when you walked in. We're about to go to bed.
That works for me. Thank you, darling. So, yeah.
All right, so you
I
have
roll
3
out
in
my
one room,
bedroll.
3 in another.
I'm
Yeah.
uncomfortable. It's just an experience.
All right, so everybody settles down for the night.
I want to examine the orb again.
Oh, okay.
I have remembered my purpose.
So, Arcana check.
Yeah.
Organize these.
Oh.
They're
They're in my way.
They're there.
See, you don't want to block people. That's rude. Wait, is this the... Okay, this is Diablo one. Matches
I know. It's very fitting.
Dark Bill. I'll probably not get it, but I'll try it. Oh, 19.
19?
19. Total.
So you know that these stones were used because they're a concentrated source of power and energy, and the Dremora use them to channel the power from Mehrunes himself to tear open a hole between worlds.
Okay.
So this is just it's a source of great power.
Okay, and then you said there was like a hum or something before. Can I decipher anything else, or is it still just a...
It's just a hum.
It's a
I
white
think
noise.
it's a hum from this
Yeah, okay.
energy source being
Cool.
emanated from it. And from here, actually, you get...
Roll a d20.
That's the highest
give me a
roll.
wisdom saving throw. No.
And we lost
Sanity
him.
save.
So
darn it.
you feel that there's some restoration magic properties to this, as well as what's the destruction equivalent for 5th ed?
Destruction.
Is destruction in 5th ed?
Oh, in 5th ed.
I don't remember.
What do you... What?
Well,
I can look it
destructive
up.
destructive magic
It depends on the
properties.
spell.
Okay, so
It's
not
not-
Yeah.
restorative, but destructive.
Both.
Oh,
Both.
that would have been good to know earlier.
I'd probably say give me the schools again. In 5th ed.
Destruction,
No, in 5th
restoration, abjuration.
in 5th ed.
Evocation, necromancy, abjuration, conjuration, illusion, transmutation, and I forget. That might be all of them.
Okay.
Alteration.
Alteration, yes.
Actually, I want to say alteration, restoration, or restoration and alteration.
So restoration and alteration.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so proud of myself.
No, alteration and destruction.
Destruction.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I am quietly gleeful.
All right.
How many times did it take me to roll high enough for that?
3. I was kind of counting.
You wanted to turn at it?
Did.
We're still sleeping, right?
If our friendship continues to do well, then well, maybe I'll share.
So everybody settles down for the night and does go to sleep. Gnisis continues to sleep.
You never stopped.
Never stopped since
Never stopped.
after dinner, about 5 o'clock.
Stop.
That's
When you're
fine.
harnessing the arcane powers of the universe, it takes a toll on your body. I'm just saying.
So you wake up, and I guess some of you head downstairs for breakfast. The keeper mentions, so I think you guys are in some sort of trouble.
Whatever do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Wasn't me.
The guards came in here late last night, and they were asking for these 6 travelers, specifically 4 travelers that caused some trouble. But I played dumb. With that said, though, I don't think you should be here another night. So finish breakfast and get out of here. I don't want to have any trouble.
If I may, I'd like to speak to you a bit more before we leave. I appreciate the spot you're in, but I would like a little bit more information about what they told you, or...
They just came in here saying they're looking for 4 travelers and seemed to be pretty angry about something.
And by 4, you mean them.
Did they
Yes.
just... Oh, well, then...
Yeah, because you 2 were in here all yesterday.
I just was
We got
done
that done.
How are you
already.
feeling, by the way?
Yeah, maybe
helped them.
maybe they are seeking to reward us. Did they seem like happy guards?
Oh, no. There were 3 of them. They didn't look very happy.
How many guards did we talk to?
2... 3-ish? But, you know, we didn't do anything illegal yesterday,
They only got what they promised us.
right? Maybe I'll take a glance around, see if I can figure out what's going on.
That would be grand.
In any event, we'll respect your wishes and get out of here just as soon as we can.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And I apologize for any inconvenience this caused.
I'll put 5 septims on the counter.
It's appreciated. But if they found out that I was lying, that's on me.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You're just getting 5 seconds. Come on.
I mean, the way I see it, I was doing you a favor.
I gave you money, man. What do you want?
Aerith, is there another place in town that we can stay at besides?
Baladess's house.
Where the
We still
murder
don't know
occurred?
who owns.
You know, if I had to guess, he might have willed it to Gnisis. I don't know. I still would like to figure that one out.
I would like to know.
So perhaps that should be another main thing to focus on?
Yes.
So we have shelter?
That would be good. I mean, I don't think we're going to be staying here long, but I'd kind of like to know whether or not the guards are after us.
After you four.
Perhaps a friendly chat with a fellow Dunmer would help ease their minds. You can make yourself so useful and help us out again, as you're so keen on doing.
I'm so keen. So keen. And so, I take a step outside. I try to find the guard tower. You know, I'm sure there is one.
There's like a barracks.
Yeah. So I kind of wander over there, and I'd like to maybe see if I could,
No, I'm good.
get any kind of info.
Old man.
If I can overhear anything, see any wanted
Are you
posters.
sneaking?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
would
go.
probably
Give me
stealth for
a
that.
stealth.
Okay, like,
Or you just walk around.
First 20 in the night, mark it up!
You can't see it, but
I believe you.
I know.
So yeah, you could get right up like behind guards, and they're full. Their helmets are like full chitin and whatever. It's
Yeah.
like they have a very limited
they're like horses.
peripheral vision, and so
Uh-huh.
you can get right up to them.
So I just try to like overhear what they're talking about, see if anybody's searching for anyone.
Yeah. So some of them are like, did everybody check the west part of town? Yeah, we checked that. Do you think they went back to the Kwama caves? They better not. They've done enough damage in there.
That was enough, though.
I toddle away. I go back to the camp and I inform my fellows. So remember when we were trying to find the crazy woman in the Kwama caves? Yes.
No.
Well, we tried to find a crazy woman in the Kwama
She was
caves.
insane.
She was very crazy, and she made everything angry, and they all attacked us. However, I don't think that when they were planning on paying us, they thought about collateral damage. And so while we didn't kill the queen, I have a feeling that they might be upset about all of the dead Kwama workers, and
Wait, what?
We didn't do the eggs, though.
we did not do the eggs.
How many are dead?
We don't know how many were in there to begin with, so...
Best guess.
All the ones that attacked us.
Best guess.
We
Numbers. Best guess.
How many are dead? The ones who attacked us. They don't leave prisoners. Are you kidding?
Riveting details.
You're just
crazy
like counting on
woman's
his fingers, realizes that.
Can the crazy woman vouch for you?
No, she's crazy.
She's crazy, you know.
I thought maybe she stopped after the situation.
Yeah, maybe she stopped being crazy. Either way, we should probably, move on forward. Now that we've finished up this business here, I know I promised you that we would go to the Dren plantation, and we could. However, with the pressing matter of Baladest dead, I happen to know that Sadrith Mora over on the East Coast happens to be swimming with slavers. If you want to maybe go straight there.
The fur on Kajir's back just kind of flares up. His tail poofs.
Well, then, whatever the party decides, you probably shouldn't linger here.
I'm with Gnisis. Whatever he thinks is best.
He is the head of his house now, and he does command that.
Well, it's a new day, so he's the leader today.
Oh, did you already flip the
Just roll
coin?
that way.
Yeah.
There's now a coin flipping for the leader?
We told you.
Why wasn't I involved in the coin flip?
Is he new?
You're dying.
I outrank most of you. Just
Not here.
It's not here.
Lead on.
To the Silt Strider, everyone?
Yes, probably. Wherever we're going, that's the first spot.
Alright. So we...
All right, so you leave the inn, and
I leave 5 septims on the table as I go.
okay.
Oh,
I got 10.
as we're Okay, once we get on the Silt Strider, I'll bring it up.
When can I be
So what?
involved in the conflict?
Those writs that I grabbed,
That's up to the leader.
I'll bring, I'll show the rest of the game once we're on the Silt Strider and getting out.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're leaving. You see the Silt Strider across town. He's up on his platform next to the Silt Strider. He's kind of wiping down the seats, and he turns and he sees you walking, and you see that he's waving, but it's like really rigorous. And
I look behind us.
Walk faster.
you see 3 guards pointing towards your direction.
Oh, shit, that's
Okay,
not
we
shit.
run faster up to
Wait,
the...
we're gonna run now? Okay.
Yes!
I'm
As
gonna
you get-
turn invisible.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
As you get closer, you actually see he's not waving. He's
Okay. We will march faster. Hold down the
Run
boat,
as
go
fast as
faster.
possible.
Do you need to be carried or just...
I'm hobbling along as
All
fast as possible.
right.
You hear behind you, that's them! Stop!
Alright, where are we going?
So-
Tell them, go.
I turn invisible,
the-
and I am going to hide in the nearest alley or corner, and
No, you need to
just
come with
train
us.
him to come with me.
So you're staying back?
Wait, where do you guys
We're all
go?
running.
We're
We're running
to the
to the
Strider.
They're running to
Yeah.
The train.
Oh, okay, then yeah. I'll invisible and run to the Silt Strider.
Okay.
I'm only invisible for a minute.
Yeah. So you run up
Hopefully we will
the
not
to
be
the
there.
platform, and he's like, "Come on, get on, hurry! Why are there only 5 of you? Where's the other one?"
What?
She'll catch up.
I don't know.
She'll catch up.
Okay. And he
Jay, what you got?
jumps on the Silt Strider, and you're off.
Can't you sound so what?
I thought that he was waving the guards down to find us. Okay.
He's our buddy, man.
So where are we going?
Is that when he's trying to find
Sadrith Mora, if you could, please.
I don't go that way. Not through the Ashlands. I can take you back to Balmora.
To where?
Balmora.
Alright.
Can you take us
Have
as
to go around.
close as we can?
Oh, that's the closest we could go. Balmora sounds suitable.
Well, if any of you are with the Mages Guild, they could probably send you over to Sadrith Mora.
Maybe.
We'll
See.
figure that out once.
Well, what time of day is it
How
now?
do we
By
get
the time
to
we travel back? Wait.
It's like the night again.
Midnight? Okay,
Yeah.
we
It's-
need
it's
that.
It was,
long.
Stay
it was like a
on.
full day travel.
Please. So, since we're helping you, why don't you find us accommodations?
Back to the corner club.
Sad.
I have a deal with the man there, so I'll
Better be cheap.
shake my ass on stage and get us a discount.
Weapon check.
Good.
Corner club,
Okay.
Balmora,
Yes.
All right.
safest place.
Yeah.
Before that, good idea over here. Shop.
Yes.
Shopping.
Alright, that's just, I
Just
take
taking
them
some dead people all the time.
west over to the armor.
Yeah. There is. What's it called? Oh, Meldor's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where's the nearest shop where we could procure a longbow?
So a longbow. There's the smith, which is Meldor.
How much are magical
Oh, yeah.
Expensive much.
Well, we can at least ask.
Yeah.
So like 10 seconds, right?
Oh yeah, that's
For
it.
you,
10
11.
seconds for
Back
something
in my
magical.
day, you could get 5 magical potions for 10 septums each.
And that was helpful.
So there's a couple different places you can go.
You got like half
Okay.
potions.
Oh, yeah.
There's a number of traders around. There's Revere, which is a trader. There is, and then there's a pawnbroker,
The pawnbroker quality will probably
and
be less.
an armor might have some things.
And I want to find a magical place, one preferably that has enchanting stuff.
Oh, there is a alchemist way up north.
And they would have enchanting stuff, possibly.
There isn't really. I mean, aside from the Mages Guild, you could go to the Mages Guild, and they'll probably
Right.
have some things.
Yeah, I guess I'll go there.
Kajira and I will start at the pawn shop.
Okay. So there is. Who is that? Okay, so you walk in, and there's a female dumber dressed pretty extravagantly. Her shop is really tidy. You walk in, and she has a big smile on her face. Hello!
Hello!
Don't get many Imperials or Khajiit around here.
And I am delighted to be one of the first you've seen.
What can we do for you?
Well, my friend here is looking for a good longbow. Was it? A good longbow that he might use.
A longbow? Well, I have many wares on my shelves, so you may take a look.
Don't touch too many things. Ask first.
Like paw something. Okay.
Anything?
I am searching.
So you see a couple different bows. One kind of catches your eye. It's metallic, and it's very ornately made. It has a light metal with gold accents to it. Looks very light and streamlined.
This one is shiny. I want this one.
Well, it's shiny, sure, but do you think it's useful for you?
I won't know till I use it, but it's shiny.
So I'll go back up to the Dunmer woman.
Okay.
Excuse me, miss. I didn't catch your name.
Oh. You're going to make me say this, aren't you? The name's Drelasa.
Drelasa? Drelasa. That is a lovely Dunmer name.
She's going to insight you. No, I'm just kidding.
One of the better ones I have come across. Would it be alright if my Khajiit friend here held the item? Inspected
I
it?
don't see why not. She goes, takes it off the wall, and hands it to you. Yeah, and it's
Test it out.
very light. It's almost like it's made of a very light wood, but it's definitely metallic.
Metal, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Pretty and sturdy.
Perfect for you.
Yes.
How much would that item be?
Well, the elven longbow is something. It's quite a nice bow. For you, it is 300 septums.
Yes. 300 septums.
About 10.
And let's see, what kind of stuff do we have? I don't have anything on here. 300. Well, I'm sure it is quite a lovely weapon. However, as travelers, we don't come across that much coin as you might suspect. Is there perhaps some kind of deal that can be made here?
She walks over to you, and she grabs the bow. Let's see here. Well, what are you suggesting? And she puts it back on the shelf.
She said 300, right?
You get the sense that haggling's her deal.
All right.
My body language with them.
She said 300, right?
300, yeah.
Could we do a slight discount of perhaps 250?
250?
Yes.
Well, let me see. Make a persuasion roll.
Or not.
14. Not bad, but not great.
Hmm.
I was doing better on that map.
All right. That sounds fair.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much. Glad we could come to a deal. So, well, and her 275 coins for this thing.
It's a nice bow. So,
very nice
the
bow.
elven longbow is 1d8, and you have a +1 bonus to your attack roll.
Wow. Again, thank you for your generosity, Jalisa. I will be informing my companions and anyone else I happen to come across and who asks about the bow, about your generosity and the quality of your things here in the shop.
You notice that her tone is flattened out a little bit when she responds, "Oh yes, please do send your friends over."
Nah.
No dolphin.
Will do. Have a nice day.
You too. Oh, be careful with that door. It tends to smack people on their way out.
Thank you very much for the warning. All right. We go back to Fun Group.
Are you going shopping?
Jeez.
This was?
Yeah?
Well,
Or are you all armored up?
Good, I like that.
1 second.
okay. But yeah, you're still.
Oh, but I thought you finished.
Chance of shopping.
Yeah.
Because I like.
Oh, you both are going?
I want to go.
Enchanting?
Wait, are you going?
The Mage's Guild.
Luckily, I stole that from a
I
friend.
should probably
For
go.
enchanting table stuffs.
You can't.
I should probably go too.
No, you can't come.
I think
I've had
that
enough of this situation.
If I hadn't stolen that money from you guys, I'd be really deep in the hole.
I should probably go to the Mage's Guild. I need some
I don't
magic.
want you to possess this.
I need to
Can we
sell
outwalk
a
the
few
leader?
items.
Can we outwalk the leader?
We'll get there eventually.
But if
Like
you're
every
interested in
moment we have without
joining the
this
Mage's
moment
Guild,
dies.
that would probably expedite our journeys a little bit.
Zin really doesn't like him, huh?
I don't like either of them right now. I'm not good with deception.
Yeah, I'm not fond of her either.
Yeah.
I like Zin a lot, though.
It's not
On your
fun
side
to
of his
poo.
argument.
Oh, no, we're not like talking with her. You ain't there.
There was the one that doesn't stand me. He's the only one I care
I
about.
don't know where I am. I could be anywhere.
It's because you know it's
I am everywhere.
sad.
I am everywhere.
To answer your question, apparently I had leather armor that I forgot was given to me, so I actually have some kind of defense. I just thought I'd go with barrel for enchanting stuff as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's coming with me to the Mage's Guild.
The old man's going to attempt to keep up.
I'm coming over to the
I'm
Mage's
going
Guild.
to outpace
And I
the
just
old
want to
man.
go to the actual armor and maybe actually I'll just go over to the Fighters Guild because I know I can unload everything there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You go to the Fighters Guild and you find the steward.
Yeah. And I walk up and I say, I have some goods that I have come across and I thought you guys might be interested in them.
We're happy to take on any goods that you want to unload.
How about 5 short swords? And I just hand him a bundle. And some leather armor.
He takes out one of the short swords, swings with it a little bit. Interesting. And picks up armor, the leather armor. And he looks up. Where'd you get these?
I found them. I found them.
And where did you find them?
In Gnisis, actually, the most unlikely of cities. I was surprised as well.
These armors do travel around.
Do they?
He's got you. He knows.
Stumbling
Look, I
guys
can't
over
accept these, and you probably shouldn't be carrying these around.
Look. I've been having a rough time, you know? It's been rough. That's why I got all of these armors. And weapons. And I need money.
Look, I can't do anything with these, and if I'm caught with these, I'll get in trouble.
How about the swords?
The swords I can handle.
Okay. How much?
How many do you have?
5.
I'll give you 25 septims.
25 septims?
Yeah, short swords. They're not worth more than 5 septims.
These are excellently crafted.
Take it or leave it.
I go, how about this? You give me 25 septims and 2 more daggers. And I think I'll be okay.
Deal. He pulls out 2 steel daggers and hands them over. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back in a couple minutes. Gotta handle it
We
down.
gotta go shopping.
Oh yeah. We'll get back to it. All right, be right back.
After the break.
All right, welcome back. We have, the people did not escape the escape room, sadly, but they had a really fun time. That's all that matters, right?
But you still can. So
But you still can! So come by the game room, where only one group has made it out so far.
There's still 4 slots left for the.
Yeah, so the first 5, there's been one already. The next 4 groups to make it out of the escape room gets to come back and do the medium difficulty for free. That's right, folks. The easy difficulty has only been solved by one group.
Can we do it?
Yeah,
We've done escape room before.
Yeah.
they've done it.
Well, not the finished thing, no.
How many times did you do it? Just once?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Did you do it
trying to
twice?
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boogie's done it twice.
Did you guys meet?
You traitor.
No, but we were also doing helping them with.
I just
They were they were beta
You know,
tested.
I work here, so when they're like, "Hey, Boogie, do you want to do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely."
So Grant and I need to do it again.
Okay, so where we left off, everybody decided to go do a little shopping spree. So Chichenix and Kajir went and bought a very nice bow.
Fancy schmancy bow.
Fancy schmancy bow. So what are you doing?
Boogie just.
Oh, you would
Hop
do.
back over to
That's
the-
right. You went to the Fighters Guild and tried unloading some of your wares, and
And he said,
you unloaded some of your iron daggers, and now you're gonna have to figure out, or short swords, and now you're gonna have to figure out what to do with all this leather armor that nobody wants.
So I hold on the saucer.
Just drop it outside there.
I just haven't rolled up. I have one set, one more set.
And then Farrell and Zin, you're going to the Mages Guild?
Yep.
Okay. And Erdonessus, are you going with? You're going to the Alchemist. Okay, that's right. And you're meeting up with Arathaloon.
I'm meeting up with him because
Okay.
Question here. Ammunition.
You know what, Bo? It makes a great training.
Probably should have thought of that, but when you're
Yeah, no. But like, are you gonna? Do I have to keep track?
let's say for now, yes, because
Zero.
thanks for reminding me, because I actually haven't figured out, because there are different arrows of different makes.
Right, exactly.
So-
that's what I just thought of too.
Yeah,
Plus
let's
two.
figure that out afterwards.
Okay.
You got iron arrows.
Yes.
Yeah, you got. Let's say you have. It came with a bundle of 15 iron arrows.
Okay.
Good. Woo.
They're just. They don't add anything to your damage. They're straight 1d8. But yeah, later on we'll figure out. Elven arrows will give +1 bonus or whatever. Yeah, maybe longer range. I don't know. Note to self: work on arrows.
Great thing about recording.
Yeah. Because I don't think the conversion website has touched on.
I haven't looked.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll work on that. Okay. Anyway, you make your way to the Mages Guild, which is actually just next door to the Fighters Guild, on the
Wow. We're still right next to it.
western portion of Balmora.
I'll let you do the talking.
So why did you want here?
Things that involve fire.
So the Mages Guild, Mages Guild is a fairly large building compared to the other little structures in Balmora. It looks to be 2-story. The front door is very small. It's only about maybe 2 feet wide and about 4 feet tall.
I have to die.
Yeah.
Very, very tiny. The windows are green and very thick glass, almost volcanic looking, almost that they just took it straight from the volcano and brought it over, cut it up, and plopped it in a hole in the wall and plastered over it. So you open the door and you're greeted by a Dunmer. You recognize it's sort of the person who runs a guild guide. It's the guild guide. What was it? Ferris?
Keep trying.
Farron?
One more.
Farrell!
There you go.
Well, you know where everything is.
Yep. Actually, I need some help with something. I take out my crystal. I need to know what's in here.
Oh, let me see.
Wait, am I seeing what you just pulled out too?
Oh, yeah. And it smells...
I didn't know you had it. No, I know what
It
that is.
smells amazing
I
to
don't
you.
know.
Looks up at the light.
Yeah, get the little hungry over here.
Some kind of bird creature. I'm not too sure, but it's a petty soul.
Okay, thanks. This one's
Yes? Yeah, continue.
You notice that her mouth is kind of watering, and her eyes are dilated.
fire for this one.
Fire.
Well, what kind of fire?
Stuff for enchanting fire.
Ah, gotcha. Well, you're gonna want to go talk to.
Jacob.
You're gonna want to talk to Galbadir. She's downstairs.
Right. Alright.
Just get on her good side.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Not many people do.
Well, she hasn't run into the likes of me yet.
And it doesn't take much to get on her bad side.
I'll let him talk.
And he points his arm downstairs, and you're like, wait, I thought we were on the ground floor. You're realizing the ground floor is actually just kind of this hallway. There's stairs going up and then stairs going down. There's some crates along the side and some burlap sacks, probably just some random goods.
Miss Sarah, can I talk to you? Where did you come by that?
I found it.
Where?
They're all over.
They are?
Over the Balmora places.
Good to know. Do you know what you have?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You don't get it.
I know that.
Okay.
But if I wanted it, that is.
It's Balmora, but yeah.
What if I wanted it? Anyways, I just wanted to have
So you go downstairs, and there is a Bosmer in very extravagant golden robes. She's very short, as Bosmer tend to do. She has a serious case of RBF. She does not look happy. Resting bitch face. She has a long, very elegantly braided, platinum white hair, very, very shiny, and she's speaking with a female orc. And then off in the distance, there is another room with a couple other people in there that you can't quite make out. But in this main room, it's very large, extravagant. There's two large pots where these trees are growing out from, and the room's big enough for these trees to grow out. And also in this, at the base of the pots are blue glowing mushrooms, and it's kind of giving off this very faint blue glow in this area. Otherwise, there's a couple mage lamps that are glowing all different colors, and it's giving this room a very whimsical, magical look to it. There's partitions separating this large room into quarters. One is where there are beds, another where there's shelves with various pots and bottles and looks to be like cooking supplies. And another portion, there is benches in a row and leading up to a, what do you call it, where there's like a book. It's like a podium with a book. Anyway, there's a podium with a book.
Like a lectern.
Yeah, a lectern. Looking to be able, this is where speeches are given and lessons are given in the guild. And the fourth one is just a bunch of crates looking for storage and miscellaneous stuff.
So she's already helping someone?
She's speaking with a female orc, and the orc kind of glances up, and the Bosmer turns around and looks. Oh, Farrell, hello.
How are you doing?
Oh, you know,
Is it one of those
the same
days?
old, same old.
So we're here for some assistance. You want some fire enchanted things, and I would like to try to do something with this flag.
Oh, let me see that. She grabs it. Oh, it's a petty gem.
Yeah, I know, not much.
Looks to be an owl,
Yeah.
some kind of hawk.
Huh. Interesting.
Wipes mouth quietly in his robe.
So, do you have anything for that's already enchanted for fire? Do you want fire protection or do you want fire shooting? Fire. That's what I want. Fire shooting.
Well, I don't have any weapons that shoot fire. I don't think you'll find that too much. Unless you're looking for a staff.
Considers.
How much would the staff run us?
Well, staff... It's probably going to be closer to 250.
Let's see.
Tries to count in her head how much she might have.
What do you got in the way of enchanted armor? Right.
Enchanted armor? And that stuff's really expensive, but... What kind of enchantments are you looking for? Not that I think you can afford it.
Well, it's not going to be for me anyway. I generally don't wear it.
Well, then who's going to pay for it?
I got some friends.
Are they here?
Not right now. I wanted to take some information back to them.
All right, well... Time is money, you know.
I know. We won't be here long.
Maybe you should come back with them. So you can save yourself a trip and me some words.
Always had a good way with words, didn't you?
You know me.
She must be very high ranking in this system.
No. While I'm thinking about it, I need to get to Sadrith Mora. In fact, my friends, we need to get to Sadrith Mora.
Oh, you should talk with You should talk with Masanaline.
Alright, we'll be back with some friends, see if they want any of your enchanted armor.
And with septums. That's what we're doing.
Maybe you should have come with septums to begin with.
I do, but not for you today.
And we'll leave you for now.
When I have a staff of fireballs, but not for you today.
Stay on our good side.
We're not? I'm very distracted, okay? What's in your pocket?
Is that a soul gem in your pocket? Because she's happy to see you.
This lady don't care.
I forget which things I can make for armor enchanting with the petty.
Let's see here. Actually, you might not know. You could ask her.
Alright. This owl. What would I be able to use it with for enchanting my own armor if I happen to have some?
Well, with that, not a whole lot.
Right.
You could give yourself some extra speed. Let's see here. You don't have to worry about seeing in the dark, because you gray folk can already see in the dark.
Yep.
And you probably don't need extra light either. But people have been known to use petty soul gems to understand languages.
Any language?
Well, you have to have someone who knows the language to enchant it for you.
Very good to know. Thank you. I might hold on to this for a little while longer.
Whatever.
Alright, we'll be back. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sorry to take up your time.
I'm sure I'll see you again.
And I start heading back. Come on.
But the fire's down there.
Alright. Did you want to go to the alchemist? Alright. So you open the door, and the decor in here is very familiar to you. It's very Altmerish, with some of the tapestries and the patterns and the tapestries and the colors. It's very welcoming, and it's sort of a breath of fresh air because it's the first time you've actually been in an Altmer room in God, who knows how long. Probably over a century it's been. And you're greeted by a very kind-faced Altmer. She has kind of average-looking robes, but she's very comfortable in her environment. She has graying hair. She's a little older too, wrapped up in a little bun on top of her head. and she greets you. Well, hello.
Hail, my fair lady. What a wonderful place that you have here.
Well, you're so very kind.
Did you get this recently done by an architect? I'd say it looks fantastic.
Oh no, I did all this myself.
Yourself?
Oh yes.
No help? I'm glad I came to this establishment.
Oh, you are too kind.
Would you, by any chance, be able to help me? I'm looking for some potions for magicka. I had a little trouble.
Oh,
recently.
yes, I do. Come in.
Okay.
She turns around and goes behind the counter.
Hopefully gets a girlfriend.
You look and there's... It's been 200 years! Gnisis is thirsty for the magic of potions. There is a shelf and it's just... Your eyes widen and there's just various potions, all different sizes and shapes and colors, and some are swirling of 2 different tones, and some are glowing and pulsating, some are sparkling. It's a sight to behold.
My goodness, my lady, I must say I've known some Talvani greats and have had the pleasure of speaking with them, and I will tell you this: they would marvel at these potions that you have here. These are quite some work.
She has her back turned, and she kind of slows. You see her hand slowing, and her head dips, and she turns, and she gives you like a. She goes back and she grabs a magic potion, a blue potion, and sets it down. Well, is this something you're looking for?
Yeah, that's perfect. How much does one of those run these days?
Oh. Well, usually they're 50, but, well, I could give them away for 40.
Boy, well, miss, you drive a hard bargain, but I'll tell you what, I'll give you 45 for this one.
Oh, you're too kind.
Sure. And, that's all my septum book. Down to my last one.
Maybe got a girl out of it.
Hopefully. And I must ask you, what is your name again?
Give me a second.
She has to remember.
Yeah.
It's very
Well,
I know, right?
I'm Nalkaria. Well, Nalkaria of Whitehaven. Thus the shop.
Malkaria.
And who might you be?
I am Gnisis. Also of... Well, that could be for another time. Maybe my next visit.
Oh, well, yes, of course.
Well, Malkaria, thank you so much for the potion. I hope to see you at this fine establishment once again.
Oh, I do hope to see you back too.
All right.
We get her some.
Old man flirt still
All right. Okay. Goodbye. Were you going to the alchemist, or were you meeting up with him? No. Oh, okay. So everybody was meeting back at the corner club.
Okay.
Yeah, it's where I would have gone back to.
Okay. So you guys are probably already there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Kajir and
Eating.
Shichenix are
Something
already
like that.
there. You just make your way back. You see Farrell and Zin walking in. They're talking about something about Farrell's pocket, and
Just let me
she's
feel it one more time.
really into Farrell more than usual.
Like, really staring at Farrell's pockets.
It comes off as like she's trying to get in his pants, but not in a flirtatious way. She's just like, you have something, you know,
In your pants.
like a dog that knows you have a treat.
Wow, I'm in shock.
give it. I just want to.
Yes.
Look at it,
Oh,
man.
as we're walking in,
Princess, I have a fit.
does there seem to be any purveyors of ill-gotten goods?
Well, you do know of the Thieves Guild in Balmora, and I think they're in the corner club. Yeah. Who's the fence there?
Oh. Found him.
Well, it depends on what type of thing. Okay. So you're going to want to talk to Thainlin. And... Okay, it's a Dunmer.
Okay, what's his name?
Thainlin.
Fainlin, long time no see. What has it been, like 2 days?
So he's like hunched over on his whatever he's doing at a table. He's a
Handsome rogue you.
he's got like this red mohawk. Not a very pleasant person. He turns like barely even turning all the way towards you. Harath. And he turns back to his things.
Okay, so, I have a very beautiful set of armor that you might be interested in, so long as you leave it out in the sun for it to bleach a little bit. But I think that you might want to purchase it off of me.
Well, I have armor.
More armor. I mean, can you...
Alright, let me see. Just shut up.
There.
So he grabs it. Arath, what did you do?
A business deal got out of hand, and I'm just trying to rectify certain situations. So I was wondering, could just do me this little bitty favor by taking this off of my hands, and I'll owe you a favor.
You already owe me a favor.
And I'll owe you another. I mean, whenever you want to collect.
Alright, well, what are you thinking? Because I can't sell these whole. I just gotta strip these and bleach them.
Yeah, you will.
How many of these you got?
Just the one, right now. I mean, just the one. Maybe two, if you want another. But I don't want to press my luck.
Well, I don't want more. More means more work for me.
My question exactly. So just the one.
I mean, I could give you 10 septums for it.
Do you have anything in your inventory that you might like to trade for it?
That's worth 10 septums?
Yes, it's worth 10 septums.
I don't have anything worth 10 septums.
Listen, while I was in Gnisis, I left my toolkit. What would it take to find you?
Well, you could talk to Madrilee. She owes me a favor, as most people do.
Alright, thank you. And just take the armor. Just take it. It's fine. Don't even worry about the 10 septums. It's just 10. So yeah, I leave them be.
Alright. He grabs it and like tosses it next to his little knapsack on the next chair next to him. He goes back to his drink.
I go to the other lady.
Right, of course you do.
Do we see her sneaking around talking
What's
to
her
people?
name?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so we see her sneaking around talking to people when I'm not staring at your pocket.
So this is a oh, not bad. Give me 1 second. Let's retcon that last thing.
Wrong person?
Yeah, I went to the council club. Yeah. But we'll say that yeah. You are going to talk to Sugar Lips.
Oh, Sugar Lips!
Sugar Lips?
The Argonian? Yeah.
An Argonian name, sure.
No, it's a Khajiit.
Oh.
Okay, you're talking to Sugar Lips.
Arath, to what do we owe the pleasure?
Oh, sugar. It's been a rough week.
I'd love to hear about it over a drink.
Of course, I always have time to tell you my tales.
Great. I'll have some Cyrodiil brandy. Thank you.
Of course you will. How much does a bottle cost?
A bottle? I have that somewhere.
Do it.
Oh, 80.
What's wrong, Arath? I thought you were always good with the coin.
Like I said, darling, it has been a rough week. I've had to take still sliders to Gnisis, and it's just been rough. Could I maybe treat you to something less brandy-y?
Fine. A nice ale will do, I suppose.
Hey, you're too kind.
5 septums each.
That I do.
If you were to insight, she was kind of joking about the Cyrodiil drink. Like, hey, if you're buying. So, you see Arath walking up to this Khajiit, who is white, very white, furred, cute-looking little Khajiit.
Oh. Not as cute as Kajira, of course.
You know, I hate to sound racist, but they don't tell us if it's... Oh, there we go. Okay. It's a female. She's in this strange leather-looking armor. Leather that seems very padded, too.
So I wire the ale and I sit down with her. I pull out the armor and I just go, as an example of how my week is gone.
Oh, I thought you gave it to the other guy.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You
Well then,
have to,
I
like,
point at our friend. I go, see that armor?
Why is Mora Tang here?
That was fast.
Don't you worry a bit. A friend, actually. She just needed something to wear. And so, yeah.
You have Morag Tang against you now. That is not wise, my friend.
I know.
You kill one, 3 come back to kill you.
I feel pretty.
The whole party.
Khajiit's eyes go.
Yeah.
We can't hear it.
Nope.
I am beginning to understand this predicament you speak of.
Yes, and so, as I mentioned, I was in Gnisis, I left my toolkit there, and I was wondering if I might pick up another.
Toolkit, you speak of lockpicks in this.
Yes. Right.
Well, I always have an extra on hand.
Yes.
She takes out a pouch. It's like a green leather in a roll, tied with a another green leather ribbon. She puts it on the bar. Here's some little metal clinking.
So how much?
Well, this I can part with for 25 septums.
What if you buy something? Sure, I hate to ask this, but do you think you could cut me?
I suppose I could, but You owe me one.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. Well, we got to set with more. Need anything?
Yes. Why don't you check on someone for me there?
Absolutely.
There is someone that I am acquainted with who is in Sadrith Mora, and I want to make sure that he is being treated properly.
Absolutely. Name or location?
You will know him when you see him.
Fair enough. Absolutely.
He is, as you say, runs in family.
All right. Absolutely. And thank you again. Sugar, you have been most helpful in the most unfortunate week that I have had.
Well, have another ale.
Thank you.
And she gets up and she goes back to her table.
You join the rest of us?
Yeah.
Oh, good. You're finally all here.
This year.
So everybody notices Gnisis walk in, and he is just, oh man. he looks like quite about 3 inches taller. Yeah.
Aw.
His skin is a little more gold than usual.
He has achieved another rank.
Maybe. So,
Party leader?
you're not tired yet, are you?
No, you know what? I think I can even skip my nap today.
Good, because we're leaving now.
What? I said skip my nap, not my tea. Why are we leaving now? Where are we going?
We're going to the next place.
Sadrith Mora, you found us transport there?
We're going to Dren Plantation, we said. But
Oh,
don't worry about
right.
it. We'll get there. I'll get us there.
Yep.
We can leave right now, and I actually have a shortcut.
He does.
Lead the way.
All right. Let's go. Finish your drink.
I damn it.
And I start moving to the page guild.
He gets one sip and then has to leave.
Yep.
We'll get to be on the way.
All right, so Farrell is in quite a rush to get to heading outside, and I don't know if he's even checking to see if you guys are following him, but he's heading straight north down the street up
I will
to
never leave.
to this larger structure in Balmora with a very tiny door to it, thick windows on the outside.
Might want to die.
There's a wooden sign floating in the wind out front, and it's a symbol of an eye.
So I go in.
Yeah. Everybody would recognize this, especially Chichenix.
Why are we coming to this boys' club?
I just go in.
Yeah.
Careful, Sue. Say that she was a very angry lady upstairs.
I imagine they're all angry with things in life they have.
I agree 100%.
That's
So
why
the-
we make this quick.
The Dunmer is putting something away in the box and looks up to see who's walked in. Oh, Farkle. What do you want? You were just here.
Farrell.
Farrell, yeah.
Looking for Lenny.
For what?
Lenny.
Lenny. Yeah. I think she's just about ready to send some people through.
Good. All right. Let's go.
All right. Let's go.
So he guides all of you downstairs to this below ground, as it were. And yeah, it's a very large room. 2 trees, very different colored lights in here. It's very magical looking. And he leads you through this room to this back room. There's a khajiit with this standing desk. And then there's also in the corner, there's this raised, almost like a dais, a platform, roped off. And there is a Breton woman gathering people on this platform. There's 3 Dunmer, a man and a woman and a child. She's gathering them up, and she looks over her shoulders to see the 6 of you coming.
Lenny, got room for 6 more?
Yeah, I do. Where are you headed? They're headed to Sadrith
Yeah,
Mora.
we're going. Yep.
Oh, all right. Well,
hop on.
All right, let's go.
Are there any like runes or other inscriptions or other magical items about the platform?
On the platform, no.
No.
It's a stone platform. I mean, there's some design on the edge work, and then just some wooden posts and ropes kind of around it. Well, the going rate's 10
Yep, I got this. Fine.
each.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right. Well, hop on, and I'll send you off.
Aerith, I
are you ready?
would
She
like
just sent
a
us
coin.
without
I'm
us.
so tempted to
Oh, yeah.
push the little kid off as the spell goes off.
No? Oh. Oh,
No, okay.
right? How come?
She,
yes.
Yes.
is everyone ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Where is your stone?
She closes her eyes and she waves her hands, and you could see as she's passing by, waving them back and forth. You could see the star field that gets more and more opaque, and it's forming a almost like a sphere, but just a portion of it. Semi-sphere? What would you call that? Hemisphere. And yeah, it's a star field, and you recognize it. It's the stars in the sky. It's sort of a magical representation
The strange stars.
of the stars.
You can read that, right?
With a stone.
And it gets more opaque and more opaque until your vision is just entirely this star field. And it starts dissipating, and you're in a different room. The stones are gray, and they're big blocks and finely chiseled. There's a different grouping of people in here. And you're realizing you're no longer in Balmora. A couple turn and like, oh, well, welcome to Wolverine Hall.
Yes. Sorry about the rush, but they were leaving. We had to get here quick.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, that was quite interesting.
You're welcome. This was a lot quicker, wasn't it?
It was.
It was.
Uh-huh.
Quicker.
Yep.
Yep.
So, where are we going?
The Tovani House Hall, I would suggest. We need to see what leverage this old man can provide us.
Can we do that in the morning?
If you desire.
Probably would be best.
Because it's at night still.
Especially it's his bedtime.
I had to get us here quick.
need my tea.
Sorry.
This afternoon, this nighttime tea.
Nighttime
His
tea,
sleepy
yes.
time.
It's a sleepy time tea.
Morning,
So,
midday, afternoon, evening, right before bed.
Dinner, supper. Don't forget about those.
so one of the people in the Mages Guild here in Wolverine Hall overhears you. Says, I don't know if any of you have been to Sadrith Mora before, but you might want to stay in Dirty Muriel's tonight and wait until morning to get into Sadrith Mora.
That's that little bar on the outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you say we have to wait? What's wrong with going right now?
Because it's your bedtime, old man.
And even with the Tovani, can be difficult at times. So if we go into a non-Tovani run establishment, I think it might be more efficient.
And we will not carry your sleeping body.
Okay.
When does the coin flip happen for the next leadership position?
Oh, the leader does that.
When are you going to be flipping the coin?
I don't have a coin anymore.
It might be a while.
Can I give him one?
No, he has to use his own.
So you make your way through the very confusing hallways of Wolverine Hall. You feel right at home. This is all Imperial made. It's an Imperial fort. A lot of Imperial soldiers in armor. They're kind of they're like guards. They're doing their shifts. Their pacings. Patrols. Thank you. And you've been to the Dirty Muriel's Corner Club before. You performed there times you could count on your hand. And yeah, it's just outside of Wolverine Hall, but not in the town of Sadrith Mora yet.
I'll be performing tonight, so
Okay.
add that to my tally.
So Sadrith Mora, Dirty Muriel's is it's a very normal looking house compared to Balmora and Gnisis that you guys are used to. When I say normal, I mean more Cyrodiilic. It's plastered walls with thick wooden beams. The windows are thin compared to the thick volcanic glass, with diamond iron inlays in it, and there is some very lively lighting and sounds emanating from this corner club. There's music being played.
It's a fun time.
Glasses being cheersed and people laughing and shouting at each other.
What kind of people are in there that we can see through the
Well,
windows?
as soon as you enter.
Well, I want to look first before I
Oh,
go.
you want to look through?
Yeah, because I don't feel comfortable here.
There's quite a few bit of Dunmer, but I mean, there's a little bit of everybody. Gray skin, pink skin.
Purple skin?
Pink?
No purple skin. Your skin is it's gray, but with a slight tint of purple.
I get it.
Yeah, people mistake you for Dunmer when you have your hood up. And there's like a orc in here or two. There's a Khajiit. There's sort of a plethora of various races.
I'll follow the stone no matter what. But, I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you walk into Dirty Muriel's, and Dirty Muriel is like, "You've been in here before, haven't you?"
I sure have, and I'm here to entertain yet again.
Well, you could be on the roster. The band's playing right now.
Roster.
Yeah, you
How
can
many
play.
more people are on the roster?
Well, it's just them for tonight, but.
Okay.
And you, do you have a place to stay tonight?
She's looking for one, but we're with her.
she's taking care of us.
Okay. Well, how many rooms?
6.
Well,
5.
how many rooms? 1 or 2?
Again?
2. One for me and one for the rest.
Right.
Any way to treat your
She kind of glances over you. Is that all right? She looks at Chichenik. She's like, "Is that all right with you?"
Actually, no. I was hoping to stay in this fine establishment, but it would be preferred if I could get a room with
Now,
less
hang
than
on
a
1
suite
second. She cuts you off and she goes and helps some people with drinks.
Does that mean yes?
She's giving you a chance to decide.
I do not think that is taking care of us. We're doing all this for you. The least
Then
we
it's
can do
going to
is
be
be fair.
3 and 3.
Eric, don't
It will
forget.
be 3 and 3.
Don't forget about the slaves. Because that's what we're here for, remember?
Well, we also want to sleep.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying.
And I'm going to be performing. That'll cover our cost of living. So, 3 and 3.
I don't have a problem with it.
All right, then who wants to share with me?
Could you imagine the room with Zin?
Thank you!
For the evening?
I start eyeing you guys really strongly.
All right.
No offense, friend. I would normally follow this stone, but I mean...
It'll be just like our time on the road.
Exactly.
So Dirty Muriel comes back and well, have we made a decision?
Yes, 2 will be fine, thank you.
2 rooms? All right. 5 septums and 10 septums. Your room's a little larger.
Insight.
Go for it.
Uh, 16.
You get the sense that the rooms are probably about the same size.
And I go, darling, I'm
She's already gone along. Helping someone else.
No. I can't wait to be in town.
Well, there we go.
Alright.
So the band starts wrapping up their session.
I walk up. I listen. Are they any good?
Let's see.
Let's see.
They're pretty decent. They're not bad.
Okay. I walk up to him and I go, would you mind playing through my set? It's always better to dance to music.
Certainly. What are you performing? It's a Bosmer with like a fiddle. There is an orc on a little drum. The drum's like that big. And there is a Dunmer with a kind of flute instrument.
Well, I was thinking just about something nice and slow with a good heavy beat. You do that?
Yeah, we can do that, boys. All right. And they start performing. How do they perform? Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
Okay. And so I go up on stage
And what are you doing?
Hot dang.
dancing at first for 17,
Okay.
and then maybe halfway through I'll switch to fire eating because that always brings in the.
Okay. So you start dancing slow, and people are like, "Oh, cool! We get more of a show." So some of them start quieting down and then watching you, and then as you start getting out your fire, as you're dancing, the band sees this and they start picking up their beat a little bit more. It's getting a little more energetic, and people start clapping, and you're feeling it, and you start doing your fire dancing, fire breathing, and they are loving that.
Woo!
You get 12 septums through the night.
Well, like 4 here.
Welcome to most of our lives.
And what is everybody else doing? Just kind of hanging out?
I'm sitting with them.
You're sitting with them?
Maybe eating,
But staring at
drinking.
Yeah. You haven't left his side.
Nope. Best buddies.
Yeah, you're eating. They're eating. You're eating with them, but it's like you're still hungry.
It's just so nothing. Just
Yeah.
emptiness.
Yeah. I mean, your stomach's full, but it's like, it's like I'm having the stew and it tastes great, but man, I want some ice cream. And it's right there. There's some right there.
Just slowly daydreaming of taking it and going off into the sunset.
Do you want to try a sled?
Nope. Nope. I know my place in this party still.
All right.
Maybe later.
Maybe he'll try to steal from her.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have a nice night of R&R. Have a nice dinner and nice little show, entertainment, and eventually through the night you retire back to your rooms, 2 rooms.
I got a better room.
So, everybody falling asleep?
So, Eric, I hope you know what I do.
I know what?
You know where we are.
Yes, I most certainly do know where we are. And I appreciate you doing that. Things were getting so tense.
Yeah. So, don't forget we still have to do the stage one.
I fully intend on.
I know.
Slavery is bad for the economy.
We might need to do that before the telephony.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, we'll be walking right past all of the old trade house.
Right.
So
Just keep in mind, they might not be too happy once they find out where we are.
that's true. But my hands are clean of this. I didn't do the deceiving this time. So, I appreciate that you did. I really do.
Please don't forget this.
I won't. You have my word.
Then I go.
Yeah, then I go.
I'm so grateful to share a room. I will sleep on the floor. I'm okay with the floor today. The stone will be my pillow.
Compared to that all night,
Why do you think I'm so grateful?
how does anyone sleep?
I'm also not happy with her. So. I miss the stone. Can I dream of a soul stone?
Oh, you definitely dream of something.
How does Gnisis not wake himself up?
That's the secret. He can't hear it.
So you sleep through the night. Some of you having some very familiar dreams. So yeah, Kajir and Chechenix and Farrell and Arath. Oh no, not Arath. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. The 3 of you.
The same dream, or
Yeah. I mean, not to in its entirety, but bits and pieces of the same imagery.
Well, I meant the same we saw before.
Yes, yeah, nothing new. And Zin, you have dreams of grabbing that soul stone and drinking it up and just feeling so refreshed and fulfilled.
Yeah, and he just gives it to me, right? He's such a good friend. He just gives
Well, no, it's you dream of this soul stone. Just you can almost see the souls, almost like coming off as a steam vapor.
Oh, like the scent.
Yeah, and you're floating towards it, and you're taking this big whiff, and it smells amazing, and you grab it, and you wake up, and you have a pillow. You have your mouth around a pillow.
Did they wake up and see that, or am I double?
Oh, they're asleep. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Can't lose face in front of them.
Wakes up eating a pillow.
Yeah, you never done that?
Nope.
And I've got some strong choppers too, so.
So yeah, you wake up and you go down the hall, and Muriel's cleaning, wiping down the counters. He's like, "Breakfast for y'all?"
Yes, please.
All right, have a seat. And she has one of her barmaids put a bowl of some kind of porridge in front of you in these wooden bowls.
Finest porridge,
So what are we doing today?
When is the coin flip?
He doesn't have a coin, I told you.
Does he know?
No.
I didn't say when you were there.
He said he had none. I told you it has to be his. So, leader, where are we going? You want to probably defer to your friend?
Figure out my house, right?
Exactly.
Get my house in order, so to speak.
And we have some other things too, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes, eventually.
Yeah.
Well, should we speak? You said the mountain about death.
Yes, it is. The Mount of Balmora is here, and as is all of the Divine Council, I'm sure we can find some underground slave trade going on. It's not hard out here on the East Coast. So yeah, and I think all of that would start at the Tamriel Council House.
We're not going to sit there first.
Is it safe for all of us to just go there?
If anybody asks, just say, yes, you are part of the marathon, and just keep walking.
What do you like then?
I know. Funny that. But just confirm. So you have that look about you. So,
I don't understand.
dangerous, sleep.
Is she lying to us again?
Oh, yeah, you're totally be.
She's referring to your armor that you're wearing.
No.
Gotcha.
So yeah, just go.
Alright, yes.
So yeah, I start leading them towards the holding.
Okay, so the doors open up outside of Dirty Muriel's house, corner club, and now in the daylight you could see Sadrith Mora in what it is, and it's this very to the majority of you, except for probably Farrell, Arath, and maybe Gnisis. It's very alien and very strange. Well, especially for this game.
Everything is very strange. You just got used to it. Fine, whatever.
What's that?
I thought you said Chishinik feels comfortable.
No, that's in Wolverine Hall.
Where we just
Oh.
So Wolverine Hall sits just south of Sadrith Mora.
Oh, okay.
And just outside of Wolverine Hall was the council corner club.
Gotcha.
And just north of that, two paths lead out. And Sadrith Mora is this round town. And all the houses are these sphere, almost gourd-like objects with twisty vines, almost as these houses are being grown from the ground. A lot of them have this twisted vine with pegs sticking out of it, leading up to the doors. The doors are round wooden discs, and there's all these smaller gourd buildings around this very large, extravagant vine plant. It almost looks like these gourd objects with these large mushroom caps woven and tangled around these vines in the centerpiece, and this large flat vine coming off of the western edge, almost like a path bridge leading up to this door. Off in the distance to the northwest, you see this very large vine corkscrewing up about 50 feet. And past that, you see a large spherical... actually, I have... so it's a winding vine path through a circular archway leading to a large barky sphere with entangled vines twisting and wrapping themselves around. And you know this is the Telvanni Council house. The two of you know this.
As we walk, I point off. As the town kind of loops around, I point down there and I go, that's the Mora Tong's area. We don't want to go there.
The Morag Tong is over to the far northeast. It's these dual sphere buildings with the corkscrew vine staircase leading up to the door. And periodically throughout the path, there are these buildings, but there are also these stalls, these like merchant stalls. There's two of them in different parts of the town where there's a forge and an anvil. People are working the stalls. And are you heading up to the Telvanni Council house?
So we go under the...
Yeah, so you get to this corkscrew, this really tall corkscrew building, and you notice that there's these pods along the corkscrew.
Pods or pods?
Pods.
Pods.
And the pods have half of it is this, it's like a sphere, and half of it is solid, and the other half is this, almost like a claw closed over the top of it. And inside each pod there's a Argonian or a Khajiit. And out front you see a Bosmer with a long stick kind of slapping the fronts of these claw pods.
As soon as I see that guy slapping the cages with them in there, I am just gonna go and knock him out.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Cool.
Give me a unarmed attack.
Started.
The
that just
Khajiit.
happened.
The Khajiit.
19.
19? Oh, that definitely hits.
I'm tackling him and just gonna punch him while he's down.
Oh, sure.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
Kajir!
You tell him.
Can we end the session with a nice little battle?
He gets knocked down. He's out. His face is all bloodied. Doesn't even get a chance to like respond in any verbal way. There's two Khajiits and an Argonian, and they're usually behind in the back of the pods, and they're up on the bars, and they're looking terrified, but also incredibly intrigued. You notice, you look over there, they're not wearing anything.
Right.
And except for these iron bracers around their arms.
So as soon as the guy's out cold, I'm gonna see if that guy has any keys on him or anything.
Oh yeah. He has a whole keychain.
Right. So I'll yank that and I'll just try to.
For stealth really quick.
Well, yeah. I mean, as you're looking around, what are you doing? You look around. There are no guards around here, and the other merchants in the area, they're busy talking to customers. This did not go noticed at all.
Does he have any money on him?
Yeah, sure.
No, I need money.
Wow.
Zin has learned this the hard way.
He has 110 septum.
Oh,
Well, while
Look
she's
at that
digging the body,
staff.
I'm trying all the keys on all the gates and the cuffs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're very hesitant. They're like, "What are you doing?"
And I tell them, I'm here to free you all from this oppression.
We won't get very far.
I didn't think that far.
Maybe we should.
At least he's
Take
honest.
them with us?
So one of them, so one of the
They'll be fine.
Khajiits is snowy white
Why not?
fur. You recognize it's very similar to Sugar Lips.
Oh.
The other one is brown fur, very manged. His where the iron bracers were is almost completely bare. The Argonian is very turquoise scales, and also it's the scales around her arms where the bracers were are just beet red.
What's your friend
Can I
Sugar
search-
Ears
I think that might be a cousin. I searched the unconscious body for any kind of writ of ownership or anything like that.
There are 3 writs and some other various parchments on him,
Awesome.
and inkwell and quill.
I'll take those.
Inkwell and Quill.
I'll take those.
I took his money as well.
Can you? I walk up to Farrell and I go, "How good is your forgery?"
Well, I've never tried.
Well,
I mean, I copy spells down, but
they're very correct when they say they can't get far, especially with people like these.
And then I take the papers and I just rip them.
Oh shit!
Okay.
That is
I
not
don't know
how-
any better.
Have you, you've never had slaves, have you?
I don't know any
You're
better.
very inexperienced.
One of the white Khajiit is like, oh no.
I point at him and I go, are you related to Sugar Lips and Balmora?
Yes, Sugar Lips, my sister.
Yes, she sent me to find you and make sure you were being treated well.
Well,
Right,
So his arms aren't as messed up as the other ones.
yes, so, do you know any place safe you could stay temporarily until we can get you transport away?
well, there's safe haven in Wolverine Hall, but we'd have to get all the way across Sadrith Mora to Wolverine Hall.
And I look very pointedly at Kashir. I'm like, if we had those papers.
If we had those papers, we could forge the signatures, but
we don't. So, how about we just pretend that we have the papers. We pretend like we own you for a little while, and we get you to Wolverine Hall as quickly as
Can we forge the
more
papers?
as possible.
They're torn.
No, can we forge new ones?
Gabnir has other papers, if you remember what the writs look like. One could remember what they look like and write on these blank parchments.
All right.
But best hurry, guards be here soon.
Okay. So I pick up the pieces of the torn up pieces of paper, and I go, okay.
And you should piece them together as best you
Yeah.
can.
How
And you
thorough
can
were you?
cake ratchet.
How thorough were you? Just like
Pretty
or like-
thorough. I have claws.
Gotcha.
You do your best, and some of them are you put them together, and some of them aren't what like the names are different, but the other bits are more or less.
The
Yeah.
design of the form.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's leave these fellows back to Wolverine Hall.
I mean, I can try to forge one. If it doesn't work out, we don't use it.
Okay.
So I would say like a dexterity check.
Finesse.
Okay.
Dexterity plus deception.
Really?
Can I assist him in deception?
Because my deception happens to be -2.
Nice.
Well, who's doing it?
Well, I mean, I can deceive.
I'm actually dexterous and
Deceitful?
You would be
I'm
better.
sure I've done.
Like I said, I copied down spells.
Okay, like I give it a go.
So you say, "Here, I welcome you it." You know what? Never mind. I got this.
They're always different, though. I put my own notes on them.
Yeah, I'll wing it.
Can I assist her?
So, okay, Dex check, you said?
I don't know.
It's
Oh,
So I asked him.
that's actually 11.
I guess I'll follow.
Okay. So whose do you want to do?
I'm trying to get Sugarloaf's brother.
Okay.
And,
The name's Masi.
Masi. Okay. And my deception is 18 plus 5, so that's pretty good. So, my handwriting's a little bit but I think I got the wording right.
It looks good enough.
Alright.
Did you only do one? There's more than one slave.
The other Khajiit kind of goes over to you and
I do not think our friend will leave them behind.
What's your name?
Pretty sure we'll
try
take
that
all
one.
three.
She has more experience.
Ananjarsi Tabaksai.
I don't reckon this will not be valuable.
Yeah,
and the
but
Argonian
no,
Argonian
this
goes up
happens
to you.
sure
It says,
will not live.
Alright, no, so.
Wipa Nifkulios.
Okay, no, we're just gonna have one piece of paper, it'll have one name, we'll just get angry at them if they ask us for more. Now, let's go.
very well.
We're bringing you, we're bringing you.
I give the guy knockdown one last kick.
Oh,
So,
actually, I'll do the other two.
this plan. Do it.
Illusory script.
"Oh, okay."
So I'll do illusory script for the other
Isn't
two.
that like only you can read it though?
No, it's people I choose can read the actual writing. Everybody else sees what I want them to see.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
If I remember right. It has to be in. It's not like whatever they want. So people try to use it as the document things.
Okay.
Not what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to copy what she had, I guess.
Yeah,
More or
we're
less.
different and then just different.
And then do the names as best I can.
And I take it that we're just like hiding off in the corner trying to be inconspicuous.
As best you can. But yeah, I rolled really low on perception, so
Awesome.
you guys got some time.
Wow. You got super lucky.
It seems.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 and then like a 4.
So it lasts for 10 days, by the way. Illusory script.
Okay. I think we'll be out of here by then.
First time I've seen somebody actually use it in game.
I know. I was like, wait a minute, don't I have this?
He wanted to write his spell book with it,
Yeah, it was
I
the
think,
original intention.
but then that would
You know what?
have backfired
10 days, and then
really
it's
bad.
gone.
Can
Yeah.
I also have mending.
Oh,
Can
I
I
was like,
can I use mending?
you absolutely could have used mending on the
that's the
pieces.
first thing I was going to do. I was like, I didn't take
That's
that
exactly
one.
what mending is for.
Fix the other two. He says that right after we finish the paper.
Yeah, so it's,
Okay. Well, wait.
I could have done that with London.
it slipped his mind.
It's very.
I'm getting old. You know the deal.
You skipped your nap.
Skip on that too. What happens if I don't have my
Can someone please give him a coin so he's no longer
So
out.
I try to amend the papers. Is it a magical thing?
Oh yeah, no, you totally do. Yeah, they are whole again. You see your work of tearing these in your rage are
Get
starting
him
to
away from the
form back together again.
I gave him
This
the
time,
ones I
Tajir,
made.
let's,
Here, you can do
let's
whatever you want
use
with
these
those.
rather than destroy.
I gave him the illusory ones to
Okay.
play with.
I think the revolution will
March
be
to
the
the
other
back
ones.
to the hall.
And volunteers.
Okay, you go back to the
Great.
Some of them, some of the Dunmer in Sadrith Mora are giving you all looks of confusion and also disgust.
I stand up very tall.
Oh sure.
You know.
They're ours. It's too dumb, right?
So the guards here.
I'm gonna. Can I? Sorry.
Yeah.
Write another illusory script
for Kajir?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There was there was a bundle of parchment.
Yeah, I'm just
on-
going to have that one written, and I keep that one before I give you the other ones.
Okay. So the Telvanni guards that you see patrolling around Sadrith Mora, they're very similar to the ones that you saw in Gnisis, except their armor is... it looks a little more ornate. There's more detail, various decorations on them. But their helmets are purple, and they look like almost squid-like. There's two beady eyes, almost tentacles coming around the chin, and the tops of the helmets come up to a point. Very strange looking. And they're walking, and you see the cones facing you as they're walking by, and it's very intimidating.
Has Tuchenix ever seen anything like this before? Oh, okay.
Have I ever seen anything like this before?
Yeah, oh yeah, these are Telvanni guards.
Well, rank, you know?
The helmets are bigger than yours.
No.
Punch them. So
Yes.
But these scripts aren't right.
I know, it's not me. That's why I have magic.
Yeah.
So you make it back to Wolverine Hall, and yeah, I don't know which place in Wolverine Hall. There's a Mages Guild, there's a Fighters Guild, there's the Imperial Cult Temple.
I take them to the
Man, that's big.
Imperial, so I take them to
The Cult Temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
and I go to Tenix, you know. If you want to work your Imperial magic, you're going to seek passage to somewhere not so slavey, then you might want to do that.
Where would that be?
So Mossy pipes up like,
If I could, I just want safe passage to Balmora.
Yes, to be my sister, of course. I will give the names of them and I will get you set up with transport to Balmora. However, once you get there, you might want to make an official statement to the Balmoran guards, not the Telvanni guards, about your continued slavery and maybe, I don't know, turn in whoever did it.
Yes, I could do that.
Alright.
Could I have that writ of ownership?
Absolutely. I give the writs to each individual. And,
the other two they don't know what to do with this.
and I actually just tell them, hopefully, where the Mages Guild is, and I give him, how much was it?
10 each.
10? I give him 10. Actually, I give him 15.
Thank you. You are kind. What is your name? Arathalun. A pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you. Tell your sister I said hello.
Will do.
And he heads off down the halls of Wolverine Hall, up towards the Mages Guild, with a paw full of septums and the other paw clenching a rolled up writ of ownership.
Still running around naked?
Oh yeah. Well, you guys didn't give him any clothes. So.
I can give him
I
some
think we
more.
have any.
No, I don't have that.
I'm going to lean over now. Now, just like we returned back on our ownership, how many more times is this going to happen?
It depends on how many times he wants to knock out an
Probably a lot.
Why didn't you warn?
They want us to do it anyway.
If we were warned that there were slaves
I
there,
do not think that they would be so bold to have the slaves out in the open, but you know, I haven't been here in a while.
Well, Rockosh, are you related to these people? Old man?
These people?
The ones with the slaves.
I'm not the ones with the slaves.
Oh, good. Then why would I know?
I just think we're all related to everything else that looks like us.
That's how it usually works.
Not here.
Anyways, well, yes,
Probably right.
old, nuzzled, cat, like me, child.
Well, before the cat tackled the slave owner, you did notice that it was a lot shorter than the other folk.
I learned something new.
Shorter
than this one.
Right.
About the same size and make of the rude lady at the Mage's Temple back in Balmora.
I need her to like me this.
But you're starting to recognize races a little bit clearer now. Yeah, you're noticing pink skins and gray skins and cats and lizards. Yeah. So it's a lot like Gnisis, but shorter.
Well, that's what I asked.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They just didn't appear. Well, anyways, so there's potential to be more of this.
So I think you should ask them.
Will you guys be able to maybe do that after we're done?
Or at least give us some planning before we do it.
So
I understand your passion.
the Khajiit and the Argonian are very anxious and wondering what.
Where would you like to
Excuse
go?
me, miss.
Yes.
What do we do now?
Well, as free creatures, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go?
I dream of going back to my home of elsewhere.
Well, Kajir, what's the best way for them to do that?
I don't know.
Would Chichenix know how to get into elsewhere?
You would know that. I mean, back in Cyrodiil, there'd be merchant caravans going down south to elsewhere.
Alright. Is there a way to send these creatures almost as where they need to go?
Safely. Passage to Warhol, and then from Warhol they can go to the Cyrodiil, and from Cyrodiil they should be able to make
Yes, Warhol.
Warhol. It's on the main one, so I fixed mine. You play it short.
Okay. How do I get them passage to Warhol?
Well, there are ships.
Ships, yes, take a ship. There's a. I'm sure you can have the Imperial agents deal with their slavery paper and then get them on a ship to Warhol if you pay for it in advance.
So you're saying take them back to the place we came from, place we came in.
There's
When
a
we first
dock.
got-
There's a dock outside of Wolverine.
We're in the fort now.
Yeah,
Again.
we're in the fort, but there's a dock right outside. We're on the coast.
Phenomenal. Okay, so I guess I'll go to the docks.
Okay. Yeah, there's a. So you make your way around outside on the outer wall of Wolverine Hall,
Okay.
and there's a dock with two long boats. One's Nordic make. One is you'd assume Dunmer,
Okay.
and there is a orc on the Nordic-looking boat, and then there's a Dunmer on the Dunmer boat. And then there is a Imperial standing in full Imperial guard armor, talking to the two of them, just kind of chit-chatting.
Okay, so I'll walk up to the Imperial then. It's a man?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, good day.
I wonder if you wouldn't mind helping me with a little problem I have. My friends here need to get to Mournhold, and I would like to know how I can do that for them safely and quickly.
He turns to the two captains, boat captains. And you going to Mournhold? And the orc's like, yeah, I suppose I can make a trip there.
Excellent. What arrangement can we make?
A Khajiit and an Argonian? Are you traveling with them?
No, I have business here.
So Khajiit and Argonian?
Yes.
20 each.
All right. So I'll bring him up. I'll give him the 20 septums or the 40 septums.
The Dunmer's like scrunching his face. Are they traveling alone?
Yes. No? What? I don't fucking know, guys. Like, any hints would be helpful.
Well, you're by yourself, right? You didn't ask any of us to come with you.
Well, I'm always
Okay.
tagging along, so. And I'll just
Intimidate
as
from
soon as he
the
asks that, yeah, I will like growl and give a very intimidating look
Do it.
Okay.
towards the Dunmer.
Go for it.
Do that intimidation. 20.
So that is 19.
Okay. So yeah, he's like, "Are they traveling alone?" And you like, "Well, I mean, I only ask because there's another Khajiit here, and I didn't know if he was going with. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm sorry. Safe travels."
Leaves.
So... Oh, Kajir, do we have... Aside to Kajir, do we have any weapons that we're not using that we could... Oh, yeah, right. Do we have any weapons that we're not using that we could perhaps summon him with? I feel like they might need a little more help without us.
Well, there were a bunch of short swords.
I'll give him my dagger. I don't.
Which one, the Khajiit or the Argonian? Weepa or Ananjarsi?
Right. I will give it to. I'll give my dagger to the Khajiit.
Okay. Ananjarsi.
Yes.
Yeah.
How strong does the Argonian look? Like, could he lift something heavy or not?
Oh no, he's
Okay.
pretty withered away.
Yeah, then I don't have.
Both of them they look quite malnourished. Masi though didn't look too bad.
Okay.
Moss is the cat.
Yeah.
Can I just like run up and meet them?
Yeah, I mean if you thought of something like, oh wait, and then you run, you know where they're going.
I do that, and I go and I produce my Qualma egg, and I go. You guys need a bite to eat. Boil that in water, crack it in a pan, whatever you need to do. That should feed you for. That should be a couple of meals. It should get you at least 2 more.
Weepa, the Argonian, comes up. She doesn't speak. She's,
It's so cute. Just like, my egg.
and walks over on the boat.
This is the most I can do for you now. I'm sorry that I can't help you with more, but once you reach Mehrunes, you'll be able to get to the Imperial City, and you should be able to make your way back to wherever you'd like to go, elsewhere for you, and wherever you would like to go, Argonian.
Thank you so much. You are too kind.
If you ever come across us again, we'd be glad to see you. Take care of yourselves, please.
What might we call you?
Yes. I'm Chichenix, and this is Kajir.
Chichenix. Kajir.
And I flex for them.
She does that kind of like half blink and smiles really wide and
Aww.
puts her head down. Her
Safe
tail's
travels.
flowing back and forth horizontally.
Nice.
She turns and hops on the boat with Weepa, the Argonian. And the orc is like, alright, I guess we're off. Pushes off. And he waves at the guard. And the guard waves him off. And the guard turns back to go to inside.
Cool. So we can head back to...
Oh, you're finally back. The old man fell asleep waiting.
Well, he didn't have his tea, so he had nothing else to do.
Alright, now let's try to make
Try again.
Now, perhaps maybe we should have some kind of agreement that maybe we will do the rescuing after.
Yes, now that we know that there will be slaves around, I think, Kajir, we can be prepared to have to solve the problem of the slaves on our return.
I admire
Remember,
your
we can
strength
help.
and your passion, but after.
What we're here for is to help.
Agreed.
Thank you. Good. Let's go now. All right. Spending a lot of daylight.
So I start trekking with them again.
Back up through Sadrith Mora.
Did they pick up the body?
You
Yeah.
as you you're walking up, and you're starting to see a crowd around the corkscrew.
Can we go around?
There's about 6 Telvanni guard, and then a lot of the other various Dunmer townsfolk of Sadrith Mora crowded around.
Yeah, let's try to walk around.
Do you keep going that way, past them? Because you have to walk through the corkscrew to get to the.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if we could just, like, not walk through the corkscrew,
Sure.
just, like, around the corkscrew.
Are you guys just walking casually, going around, or you like sneaking? Or?
I'm trying to keep my eyes peeled for any suspicious
Okay.
activity.
Okay. So as you're walking around, and you're looking for any suspicious activity, you see 2 Dunmer people that you recognize as some of the merchants at the booths. They're whispering to one another, and they're like pointing over in your direction. But they're keeping to themselves, and they're almost like talking back and forth, like they were here, weren't they? But they're not immediately going to the guards either.
Okay. So,
Let's keep moving.
keep moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you make your way past. There is a large round structure on your right. There's a flag waving in the breeze with a big hole in it. There's a hole in the banner. Farrell, you read, and Arath, you probably know that this is Farah's hole in the wall. It's an inn. And
Yes.
through the corkscrew and Farah's hole in the wall, there is the council house. So there's that vine, that long flat vine, snaking its way over this hill that dips down, and it leads to this large sphere structure, and it bridges the gap in between the hill and the opening, the entryway.
Okay. So, I lead the way and we walk through the door.
So you open the doors up, and inside the walls are organic still, but they're seemingly shaped by otherwise magical means. They look like bark, but they definitely have some architecture design elements to them. And the halls are lit by standing torches and round papered lanterns. And the entryway is a very large open area. There's a hall that goes to the left, to the right, and then there is a large round door in front of you.
What is the map of spaces? Balades's again? What's his name?
Enar?
Enar?
He was mentioned in the letters that you saw.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
Props were taken?
Oh, yeah. And you, there is a Dunmer in the entryway. Can we help you with anything?
Hi. My name is Mehrunes, and I've had a very, very long trek to get here. And I'm looking for Enar, the mouth of Baladess, the recently deceased Baladess.
Oh, yes, but Enar is not a mouth. He is council member now.
Is he?
Well, yes, someone had to take place at Baladess.
Of course they had to.
Sounds like a typical job from where I'm from. We would like to. Well, I know. I would like to speak with one of you.
I would definitely request an audience.
Well, Enar's probably in his chambers.
Chamber. How wonderful. Could you direct me towards his chambers?
Well, the Telvanni chambers are right this way, and she points over to your right.
Alright, so
But I'm hesitant to just let 6 strangers through the house.
I had previous workings with Archmage Balmora, and trying to tie up some loose ends. And unfortunately, his assassination has put some kinks in that plan. And so I just wanted to ask Enar who he thinks might be responsible.
I'm sorry, but I'm having a hard time just allowing strangers through.
We are mourning.
So, can I get
Some help?
I look very pointedly at Vizier. And I kind of jerk my head just slightly.
Oh no!
I just calmly walk up, and then right as I'm from them, just try to knock them out.
Okay.
Oh god. I cast Flare.
Unarmed
Like,
attack.
Mage hand over the map to make it quiet.
Oh Jesus, 11.
11. So she notices you kind
No
of
longer pregnant.
giving the signal over and seeing you walk up to her in this very not immediately threatening, but noticing the fist coming at her, and she ducks. What are you doing?
Can I get closer to her by now?
You're standing like right there.
Oh, well then. Sneaky cat.
Oh my god!
What are those people?
Oh
What was that?
no! Veiled sneak attack.
That was asked us to talk to her, try to do magic.
Apparently violence is what this point goes to now.
So she ducks out of the way of your punch, and you swing to her flank, and you take a stab, and she, without even looking, grabs your arm and turns to you
Jesus.
and holds up her hand and has a glowing palm, increasingly more and more.
Oh god.
I'm going to ask one more time, what are you doing here?
Looking for the individual that assassinated Marnas.
Well, he is not here, I assure you. Now get out.
You hear a crackle and humming and fuzziness in her palm.
Does it look like a fire bolt or a fireball?
It's just this pulse. It's this mass of energy.
Who is she? Is she currently hostile to all of us, or just Arath?
Just the two of them.
Friends?
We have friends.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have advantage
I have
on
advantage.
charisma
Yeah.
checks.
And I will run up.
Sure.
Two crazy people. Let's say. Did we know her name already? What was her name?
No.
We haven't got her name yet? Wait. I'm sorry. I would like to apologize for these two. We are incredibly upset by our friend Balades. His untimely demise. And I ask you, please, would you let us through so that we can speak to Enar? We have very personal things to discuss.
Okay, so I'm gonna say she's currently like aggroed, and normally that would be at disadvantage, but because you have advantage, I'd say it's just a straight roll.
Okay. 12 plus 8 is 20.
20. She's has your arm in like a vice grip, and you're starting to feel a loss of blood, and your grip is getting loose on your sword, and she stares at you without like losing eye contact. She's listening. You feel the blood slowly come back in your hands as her grip loosens, and you hear a very well. but you better keep an eye on these two.
Absolutely, I will. Surely you understand how difficult it can be to lose someone close to you, but I apologize. I will watch them carefully.
As will I.
Understood. Thank you. So let's go.
Okay.
I'm beyond done with her nonsense.
Wrath is finally at the end of her rope. Finally, now.
Well, quickly, let's go talk
Let's
to
go
Enar.
fast, yes, really fast.
Faster than a minute.
So that's where we're going to end tonight.
It'll be more than a minute.
I know, but what else is going on?
We will continue the descent into the Talvani Council House next week. So, yeah, that's a great place to stop, isn't it?
My own party stresses me out.
Isn't it great?
I hate them.
This is what D&D is all about.
We also never talked about a plan for this
Exactly.
place. So are we sneaking in? Are we fighting?
Apparently, we're just
Well,
walking.
now we know that, it's very likely Enar that killed Valades and not the Mora.
We're also going to have a more immediate problem. The friends thing wears off in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, and when it wears off,
They know
they
that I
are
use
not
magic.
too happy
No,
about that
they're
either.
gonna be
Especially.
They know that
I
they
use
are known.
friends.
They know that they had some kind of enchantment cast on them.
How long do we have?
That was just horrible.
A minute.
Wait,
Wait, Ashley, is it 1 minute?
1 minute. Concentration up to a minute.
Holy
That's it.
shit, we gotta. Oh.
Yeah,
gotta book it.
and things are good when that ends.
No, they're not. Oh.
But at least this time,
So, we'll figure that out next week.
yeah.
I actually had a.
So, yeah, everyone, thanks for coming in and watching. We'll be continuing this adventure, hopefully wrapping up this portion of the adventure next week, next Monday at 7 o'clock Pacific time. And, oh yeah, thanks again to our producer Kyle for running all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yay, Kyle!
And, yeah, so thanks again, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.